family, we are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now, we're going to get our popcorn. And then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car. And I'll be in there in a minute. I see you soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you, and I think you'll have to listen, because the sun is up, it's a beautiful day. My beginning will be
Along
as
the
bright
tower
as
of
the
the missing
sun.
in Savannah.
And as you come around, and it feels so bright, it's like luck is raining on me. Go and follow your heart, doesn't matter how far. There is so much love to give, something's telling me this time. Baby, baby, now I know. Baby, baby, gotta go. There is so much love to give, something's telling me it's right. When you came to me, oh, I knew it's you, yeah, boy.
Where is Cody?
Hey family, how's everybody doing? What's going on, you guys? Let me see who's in the building real quick. It was hard, you guys. I'm telling you, it is hard to get in on this live. But I said I was gonna do a little 15 minute live because we got to stay together. Freddie, how you doing? Freddie been coming in here, and thank you, lady. Nancy LaRose is in the building. Lisa Taylor's in the building. Zena's in the building. How you doing? Good afternoon to everybody. Nancy LaRose and Lisa Taylor and Freddie, and how you guys doing? Danielle Berry's Sports Highlights. How are you doing? Happy Wednesday to you too. She said, love the background. I've been trying to figure a lot of this stuff out. I've done figured pretty much of it out, But the thing about it is so much, you be like, to get on is like, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, we need to get back on track. For real. Anyway, you guys, I wanted to know, let's do a little 15 minutes so everybody know. Like sometimes family gets busy. I am in 120-day wait. So, I got something going on. It's done occupied my mind. And yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot, you guys. And it's stressful, but 120 days wait is not bad. It's 120 days. It has been actually going now on, let's see, from October the 20th is when it started. So October the 20th, I should just do me a fast. That's what I should do. October, we got November is 30. Now we're in December. Okay, because October, November, the 20th would be 30 days. And then you got 10 days in there because it's 30 days in November. And then we got 3. So it has been 30, 40, 43 days. 43. We ain't even halfway there. We're not even halfway there. But when you guys figure out what it is, you let me know if you know. If you don't know, but if you guess it, I'll tell it to you. But anywho's, like I said, if you guess what it is, I will tell it to you. And if everything works out right, I'm going to tell it to you in 120 days. Is it 120 days? Yeah, it's 120 days. So we're 43 days in on 120. So, if you take that and you got 1, you carry the 1 over there. Well, you take the 1 from over there. And then you got to take that from there. So you got 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 7. So we got 73 days to go. 73 days, somewhere around there. I think we got less than 73. You can't have 43. You can't have 43 in. You can't have 43 days in and got 73 left, because 73 and 43 don't make 120. Sure don't. It actually makes 7, 10, 11. It actually makes 111. So, see what I'm saying? So maybe 8. How many days is that? My math is not mathing right now. My math is not mathing. If you got 43 days in, that means you got less than, okay, you said the 20 and the 20 is gone. So you definitely got 80. 80 take away 3 is 70. 77. 77. Weight loss journey? Nah. Not weight loss journey, but I should. Zena, I should be doing a weight loss journey. I really should. 77. So I calculate 77, not 73. That's just trying to do it in my head. But yeah, I say 77. 77 and 43 makes 120. So if you look at 77 days, you've got 31 days in December. So all of December will be wiped out. So 77, take away 31, December. So you got November, December. Because that'll be November. You would be like October, you'd be November, December, the 20th will be 60. January, February. Freddie said, new channel. No, I wish it was. We should come in on the new year. Probably something But I do like the kiss. New job? No, 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 not a new job. It's something new though. It is something new. Graduation? No, no, no. I wish. Not in school. But you have noticed a change in me, like something has changed. Some people's like, maybe you're depressed or you're down, or no, it's actually something huge, something big. And dog found the baby. No, the dog ain't found the baby. Anyway, y'all can keep guessing. I'll tell you if you hit it, if you hit that nail on the head, I will say that's what it is. But yeah, it's got me occupied in my mind. Matter of fact, I was at work last night and this girl left some work. She was like, hey, I didn't know. Divorce? No, not no divorce, honey. Nowhere near no divorce. Hopefully not. My husband do be getting on my nerves, and he does. He does get on my nerves. But I was at work, and the one nurse, she was like, hey, we got a fall, and we got this and these orders right here, and da 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 da. And she runs out the building. Okay, that's cool. So I'm not really was paying attention to her. A new grandbaby? No, don't say that. No, I ain't got no new grandbaby. I only got the two. Well, we did have to get Adrian's car fixed because he was in a car accident and it was pretty bad. So he's okay, but it's something else. She said, work promotion? No. It's not work promotion. Think about what I said, 120-day wait. It's 120-day wait. So, and then I think I even said it once before while we was on here. Y'all just wasn't paying attention. And so anyway, I have to show you. I can show you better than I could tell you when it happens. Sometimes, you don't let your right hand know what your left hand is doing because sometimes people will pray against you. Girl, Lisa Taylor is in the building. She done guess what it was. That's right, Lisa. That's what it is. Lisa Taylor's smart, y'all. Either she listens. Lisa Taylor, Tina Powers done came in here talking about a new promotion. No. Lisa Taylor done hit the nail on the head. All right. So y'all need to pay attention. Y'all need to pay attention. So it does has me stressed out a lot because it can go either way. It can go either way. And so we'll see what happens, Yeah. We done did our due diligence. We done helped another person out. I know y'all don't know nothing about it, but you guys are a part of how I maneuver and move around, not only in the town, but outside of that and everything. Y'all really are. Y'all give me a lot of inspiration and I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you. That's why I told you guys, no worries. We're still going to have our Christmas in, December, the end of this month. What we can do right now is, because I've got the Oh, I am working on Christmas. Doggone it. I'm working the day before Christmas. I'm working Christmas Eve. And I'm working Christmas Day. Dang, dang it, dang it, dang it, dang. Yeah, it's all good. I'm not working a lot in Freddy in the Dark. Freddy in the Dark. Huh. So I'll be off tomorrow. I might come on, do a little 15, 30-minute live tomorrow. And but I see they got me. Well, I'm gonna work Friday and Saturday. Those are my couple of days off. I actually have had 4 days off. I'm working 2 of them. Yeah, it's all good. It is all good. And then we'll see what happens. Hold on. I gotta spit all this phlegm up. I actually been sick, and so but like I said, I wanted to come on, and Lisa Taylor, she said yes to close on a house. Yes, so I'll tell you guys all the details of this house, but right now I will not share the details with you because it's not promising. It's not promising that it will go through. And since it's not promising it will go through, but you will freak out when I tell you what I did, how I did it, and if it works out. Yes, you're not going to believe how big the house is. You're not going to believe, how much I paid for it. And you can do what I do. Like I said, I take chances, and sometimes that's what you got to do. So we had a young lady that used to come in this channel. I haven't seen her for a while. Her name was Margie. And this is some really good information on how to purchase a house and go through all the details of what I did, how I did it, if it goes through. I don't want to send you on a wild goose chase down the road and you be like, oh, SP told me this and I did that. Hey, all situations are different. All, rules and laws and regulations are different. But majority of the time, things are basic. You know what I'm saying? So, Lisa Taylor, how did you figure out what it was? Golly. Did you already hear some things or did you just take a really good guess? I don't know. Just tell me. Cause see, that tells me you either listen very, very well. I remember you saying something about it. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You listen very well. You listen very, very well. So, yeah. And it's very stressful because Freddie said, good memory. She got a good memory. Yes, she do. Yes, she do. Yeah, you sometimes I kind of want to make sure, my kids are gonna be okay when I leave this world, and I don't want them fighting over this and fighting over that. So, I'm trying. I've done this before, and so we're doing it again to see if it's going to play out. It's a little different because, back in the day, like 20, 4 years ago, I looked at my past, because you can go on TikTok and you can go on YouTube and look at the videos that you put up. What was you talking about? What was going on in your life? How was you looking? Was you run down? Was you fixed up? Was you? And I thought to myself, well, 4 years ago, shoot, I didn't think I was a cute girl. I thought I was just, like average, But I looked at some videos that I made in 2022, and I was in the house, I was shoot. So, and I'm thinking to myself, well, what has changed? Really, nothing has changed. Really, so I think sometimes we think bad of ourselves, especially when it comes to weight and where we are or what we're doing. And if you really had some type of way, like I do, which I do, to go back and see what you were doing, how sometimes they'll send you pictures that you posted or what you put up in December. Pooh Bear was a baby and he was looking cute. And then I see, it went back almost every year. It was telling me, what my kids was looking like, what I was looking like, what I was doing at that particular time in my life. Christmas, was I enjoying what Christmas looked like? Because we took a lot of pictures and everything. So it goes back down memory lane and it shows me stuff. And you know what? I smiled because one thing I realized, I was doing this at work, and I was like, one good thing about the internet, and that is, like if something ever happens to me, my kids can go back and look at me and see the life that I had in me, talking. And so I am going to come back on, show my face and be in the place and go back downstairs and we're going to get intimate again. Because, and I mean, I do like it this way where I'm upstairs and I'm just chilling, I can chill. She was his green dragon with orange wings. Oh, Freddie know about the green dragon. Yes. And yeah, you remember the green dragon and the orange wings that the green dragon had? Yeah, he would climb up in the bed. And one thing about Pooh Bear is, I haven't really been seeing Pooh Bear lately, They're working some things out and, hopefully they get it together. However, whether they together or not, or whatever's going on, or it's whatever, yeah. And so that's what's up, So, anywho's, there's different kind of things going on, and if you miss it, what I'm saying to you, so I want to bring you guys some good information coming the new year. Not that it works out for me, because I believe it is, because if you can't really lose, you may not get what you went after, the goal, but you can't really lose. Sometimes we outgrow our relationships. Yes, you're right. You're right about that. You are definitely right. But you know, you don't need, and that's why I don't want to speak too much on what I have done. I want to see it go through, but it is stressful. But like I said, you can't, and it's not like I'm keeping a secret. It's not like that. It's just I believe that there are some people in this world, and some people, they be acting like they don't be in here, or they come over here, or they go look at the replay. They do. They listen, they look, they be around. They be like, "Oh, I just hate her. I can't stand her." But okay, I'm not doing anything but what God has endorsed me to do. That's it. That's it. You know what I'm saying? But I was gonna tell you guys, with my ADHD trying to kick in, that I was at work this morning, and like I said yesterday, when I clocked in, the girl, she gave me a little report. I said, "Girl, the woman," and she kind of just threw something in about an order, whatever. She didn't really go off in the details. And, so as the night went on, I was taking care of my stuff. And there's these papers that's in the little basket underneath the computer, which, I'm looking at it and I'm like, okay. But she didn't tell me, hey, these orders need to be done. She didn't say that. You thinking, well, you're a nurse, you do them, like, no, I don't just do, like, she spoke about them. She said this is this and this is that, but she didn't say, hey, this da 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 da. Anyway, this woman, and I done told you about this lady before. She got underneath my skin one day because I overstocked the cart, which she just took everything off the cart, threw it in the trash. She was like, "You overstocked." She just threw everything in the trash. She had my whole blood boiling when she did that. First of all, you're wasteful. You didn't have to throw it in the trash, but she did it right in front of you. And I just looked at her. I just went and clocked out. I don't care. You want to throw stuff in the trash, I don't care. And I mean, and I know she did it acting like, like she running something, like she my boss or something. Or whatever, or because she worked first shift. She done got tossed from the other side. She can't work the other side because she do too much or whatever. But nevertheless, she had me hot that day. I didn't want to, I'd be like, oh my Lord, I just do not want to work with this girl. I don't want to give her report. I don't want her giving me report. I only see her here and there, like next week I will only get to see her Monday. Thank God I only get to see her Monday. So I will see her Monday night and I will see her Tuesday morning. But like, anyway, so I would have told her to kiss my what. So I mean, that day when I can't even, like, yeah, that's what she did. She threw everything in the trash and was like, "You overstocked." And so she just grabbed the medicine cups and the cups. You give people water in, and she just threw them in the trash. I just turned around and I just walked off. And then one other time after that, some girl came in and they were trying to hire her. She's a nurse. And she came in, and the room right next to the nurse's desk is this guy, which he's got a wound vac, and we'll just call her Miss P. because that's her. She's just petty. We call her Petty Patty. Okay, Petty Patty. So anyway, this guy that's on the wound vac right next, his machine was like beep. Now it didn't beep all night. It started beeping like 5 minutes till 6. Well, she walks in around about 6 minutes to 6. So she walks in, and next thing I know, his machine go beep, and she's like, "What's that?" And I was like, it just started beeping. Oh my oh my God, da 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 da. Instead of giving me report so I can leave and whatever, she goes in the room, which is fine, I'm like, whatever. She goes in the room and she's tripping. She's like, blah blah blah, da 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 da. And she's in there for a good 10-15 minutes while I'm waiting to count and go home or get out of there. She's being petty Patty. And so she had me hot again. You don't have to interact at all unless it's work. Exactly. So this morning, you guys, she comes in. Now, all night, like we had a good night. Everything went fine. She left me with all these vitals because somebody fell. They wasn't on her shift, but it's kind of weird how they wasn't on her shift, but they was on my shift. But nevertheless, and the fall was on her shift. But anyway, which was weird to me. But anyway, she comes in 6 minutes till 6, and see, sometimes the seal is compromised or from movement. Exactly, Zena. Exactly. But she just went off she just went off the chain right then and there. Like, hey, it's your fault. So, whatever. So, when she came in, and then around about maybe 2:00 in the morning, the computers went down. And they intermittently would come on for maybe a minute and shut back down. So I'm trying to get my charting done. And, you get 2 things charted, then it goes back down. I'm like, oh my God. It took every bit of up till 6:00. I finally got done with my charting probably about 5:45. So she comes in 6 minutes till 6. Yeah, she's irritating. Very. You hit the nail on the head. And so I'm giving her the report. Really, nothing's changed. Everybody's in their same state as when she left. And she picks up these 2 papers that's still in the basket. And she said, "You didn't do these orders?" And they're little orders. It's like a flush. Like a 50cc flush or something. Which, guess what? It could be done anytime. And the other one was a sleeping pill or something. It wasn't nothing like an antibiotic or flu, a shot or something, or a Medicaid. Really, really big thing, right? It was nothing really. But she comes and she said, "You didn't do these 2 orders." And I looked at her because you didn't tell me to do those. You said the doctor came in and then you said something about some order that didn't mean nothing, and then you put them in the basket. Okay, well, hell, I'm thinking, first of all, and I was like, well, the date on there says 11/28 and 11/30. She's like, that's when The morning nurse, which was someone else, had, you know, requested something from the doctor. Okay, I give you that. She said, but he wrote it yesterday. Okay, he wrote it yesterday on your shift. See what I'm saying? He wrote it yesterday on your shift. You got a med aid, so you don't pass no meds. He wrote it on your shift, and it probably would have took you no more than 5-10 minutes or whatever. But the thing about it is, you sitting there like you barking orders, like he wrote it on your shift. Then why did you not put the order in? Why are you trying to save orders for me? I'm not, like, no, I didn't do it. She caught an attitude. And I even told her, I said, the computers were down. She just wants you to do it. You know why? Because she was supposed to do it. Why? What made you so busy that you couldn't do it? But you're mad at me because I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I've got two good reasons. One, you didn't tell me to do it. You just told me about them. Two is, guess what? The computers are down. I can even barely get my work done. But you want me to get your work done. Cena says, I don't miss all of that. I don't miss all of that drama at all. God, girl. So, she wanted to throw a conniption fit. Guess what I did? I was already clocked out and everything. So, you know what? I just left the premises and went on to my car, got in my car. And it bothered me a little bit because, I went to bed on it, but it bothered me a little bit. But it's okay. It sounds like to me she don't know how to do her job. She knows how to do it. She wanted to feel superior. And since she works first shift, because she's not, she got the same credentials I have, she wanted me to take an order from her, like, oh, I'm going to just leave them for her. Well, you leave them for me and then they're still left. You know who's going to get in trouble because they're not done? She'll get in trouble. She'll get in trouble before I get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Because they were done. The orders was given to her on first shift. Okay? They would. You know good and well that doctor came in the morning. That doctor didn't come in the afternoon. And even if he did come in the afternoon, so what? I believe he came in the daytime, filled out the orders. There ain't nothing but 2 little bitty orders, and she didn't do the work. Now she's mad at me. She mad. You didn't do it? Girl. I told her, I said, first of all, the computers was down. I'm trying to get everything done. It don't stay up long enough to do them. She don't want to hear it. She don't want to hear nothing. She walking around like a lion, like, oh, you making me. Girl, let me tell you why. When people come in your face, and then they act like tonight. I'll go in tonight, and she'll be so happy because she only works Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. So she'll be so happy that I'm there, and she'll be like, I don't even want to talk to her. I didn't want to talk to her before. I had loosened up a little bit, but I still remembered when she acted like a nut because his wound vac went off. You can't satisfy this chick. She's just, you know what she says to herself? She says, I'm an a-hole. And I'm in agreement with her. Yes, you are, Like, Anyway, I have to go in tonight, which I'm not scared. I'll go in. When I have to deal with people like that, this is what I do. Hold on. I'm gonna spit this phlegm out. Because I'm getting better. I feel like crap, but I'm getting better. You know what I mean? So, Freddie said, keep your guard up. Hey, Karen, how you doing? So anyway, you guys, I'll go in and I'll be like, she can give me a report. If she give me them keys, give me a report. I just get out of her face. She be wanting to talk her. Hey, they got this over there for lunch. Da-da-da-da. You know, don't say too much. Because when people think when people think they know you, that's when they start acting a fool. If people don't think they know you, they're trying to figure you out. I'm just saying. They don't come acting like a nut until they think they know you. They've been watching you. They watch you to see what you're doing, where you're going, where you at. Oh, Lord. And they're trying to get your routine down, what you do, when you do it, how long you do it, if you go outside, if you take a lunch, if you eat, what you eat, you know, what you wear, you know, what you doing. They watching you. Yeah. So you keep people out of your business. Don't ask them to do anything for you or, you do got a job to do, and just don't play around with them. Just don't, So, So, the employees there, I'm going to tell you right now, do not like that I am a black nurse. They don't like it. I'm just saying. We got another black nurse, which is a guy. But they don't like it. They don't like that there's a black nurse, Zena said, look at her like she crazy. She will eventually get the message. Good advice. I don't know, Anyway, I'll try that, Zena. One time my daughter told me, I was working at this other place, and my daughter said, Mama, when you go to work, because it was so stressful, the people just, they just, and it stressed me out. And I was like, God, I hate going, because their whole mannerism is just so horrible. It's just horrible. And my daughter says, when you go to work, she said, just think about something that stinks really bad, and then frown your face up, because like you can smell it. And you go into work, and the whole time they talking, just stand there like something smells really bad. And they ask you, you all right? Yeah. What's wrong? No. What? Come on, let's go. What is it? and it works. My daughter told me that. She said, just go in there like that, Mom, and they'll leave you alone. And Zena, you like my daughter, you like, not like my daughter, because I'm too old to be, your daughter. Like, I mean, you being my daughter, but I'm saying you think like my daughter. Look at her crazy. Yeah. That's very good advice. People do change their whole demeanor when you look at them like they crazy, or you smell something bad. or whatever, So, yeah, so that's what's up, you know. So she mad because I didn't do her work. Because when they go back and they going to see that the order came in on the 2nd, I'm not going to get in trouble. I'm second shift. They may say, yeah, third shift, yeah, y'all supposed to pick up the pieces. Yeah, we are supposed to pick up the pieces. The pieces wasn't even supposed to be there. If you got all that time to sit there and get mad, because I didn't do it, quit being mad and just do it. It only takes 10 minutes. When I say the computer is messed up from 2 to 6 o'clock, I'm not going to sit there trying to put an order in that wasn't done on your shift, because that was your order. I'm gonna get everything done that I possibly can get done. I'm definitely gonna get my work done, so I don't have to stay over. I'm not staying over to put some orders in. Even when she was there, I told her, I said, the computer's not working. She she don't care. Yeah, I'm mad. I wanted this done. Girl, calm down. It's no big deal. It'd be different if it was some kind of nitroglycerin or some glucose stuff or insulin or whatever, some heart medication or something, but it's a flush. And, make her feel like her breath smells. Always put your hand in your nose when she is speaking. Yeah, exactly. People do that, so yeah, good advice. So yeah. So anywho's, you guys gotta make sure. I try to keep my eye on the prize. They get scared because they don't know how to take you. I know how you feel. I worked in a place where I was the only black nurse, and it was crazy. Yeah. Zena, God, I just try to stay away from these folks. I let them run the show because I don't care. I really don't. I just want a peaceful atmosphere. I want to get the work done. I want to do the best I can. She thinking I did something on purpose. I did not. And so therefore, those people, you can't talk to them. You can't tell them, hey, the computer broke down. Hey, I didn't understand what you really wanted out. Because had I thought that you were saying, put these orders in, I would have done that. But I didn't think that, And if you lollygagging around and you just put the orders over there and thinking, she just go, da 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 da. I don't know how many orders you put in, but actually first shift's supposed to put the orders in. So they didn't get put in, then that's on you. When I get there today, I guarantee you they'll be put in. So I got home this morning, a little bit, the anxiety, she did get to me a little bit, just a little bit. So I got home and I went straight to bed. Your favorite word, I'm not going to worry about. I'm not. I went to bed and I just woke up. I woke up, it was 3 o'clock. I said to myself, Lord, look here. I said, we did not come on Monday. We got to come on. We got to start coming back on. You guys, we got to get up and running and going. The devil is a lie. He's not going to deter us. I want a new case that we need to be looking at. That's what we need to be doing. Looking at a new case, going. Sometimes to get through whatever you're going through, you got to look at other stuff. put your mind on something else, and be frustrated about something else. Don't be frustrated about whatever you're going through, But I would love to, this 177 days to go and everything work out fine. I'm going to tell you guys what I did and how I did it. And, things will work out. It will. It will or it won't. We'll see. We will see. Because people can always come back and be like, nah, now, now your money been tied up for 4 months. That's how I said. Because it was like October the 20th. You got November, December the 20th. If you got a cold coming on, there is a flu or a cough coming through, you guys. I'm gonna tell you right now, wash your hands, disinfect your surfaces, as you come in and you go out. If you start getting a cough, spit it out. Spit it. Do not, I tell you, I will repeat, do not swallow it, no matter where you at or whatever. Get you a cup, get you a sack or something. Spit that phlegm out. It is a respiratory. It will become a respiratory infection. It will be all up in your lungs, in your chest and everything. Get you some cough drops and get you some DM cough medication. It works good for it. It is nothing to worry about. But I've been having it for, maybe a week. I haven't been feeling good. So, yes, we are going to have our Christmas giveaway in December. I've got to work the 24th and the 25th. So we might have it the 23rd. Do we want to have it before Christmas or after Christmas? So should we have it on the 23rd, which is a Tuesday? Did you hear about Woody's newborn baby died? No, I didn't hear his baby died. I knew he had a baby. I heard Woody had a baby, but I didn't know the baby died. That's crazy, I know I heard Woody got in a really bad car, not a car accident, but a motorcycle accident. And his face was so tore up. He had black eye. He had swollen eye. He had a gash up on top of his forehead. I seen him when he had got out the hospital, and it is what it is, I know that the Young Thug, I think Young Thug is a nice looking man. He just weird. He dressed weird. He likes fashion, but his fashion and, it's a younger fashion, but I just wouldn't wear, he'll wear a dress. He'll wear skirts and all that stuff. And one time he said he didn't even know it was a skirt or whatever. But I think Young Thug is nice. Was he wearing a helmet? No, he was not wearing a helmet. No, honey, he was not. He was in a bad accident. It was horrible. It was horrible. Mm-hmm. He likes to ride those 4-wheelers and motorcycles and stuff, and now he's feeling some kind of way, He could have died. He could have had head trauma. I probably wouldn't have took a lot out. Shook him up really bad, though. And I seen him. He looked it bad. you know. But Woody, he's a character. Yes, it was in the Atlantic News. It was in the Atlanta News. Well, you know, I don't see Woody as being a celebrity or famous. He wants to do good with his time now, which is wonderful. Sometimes, when you get caught up in your lies and in your life and you have a chance to change your life, he has done that, but and nobody really got hurt out the situation. And I think that's what we wanted. We didn't want Young Thug to go to jail. We didn't want Woody to go to jail. We didn't want none of them to go to. We didn't want Shannon to go to jail. But them boys was doing some stuff. I mean, you know what I'm saying? They were trying to survive. They were trying to, that's their life. We were looking at their life, and you see how Shannon hurried up and married that attorney, that pretty girl, which, she's growing to be a good attorney, and, she hurried up and married Shannon. She had her eye on Shannon the whole entire time, and they went and got married. Y'all see how things work? He was taking care of his two below with skirts and dresses. Okay. Anyway, you guys, please bring me, like, what story do you guys want to jump on, and we'll start getting information and talking about it and figuring out what's going on. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, let me see here. So I'm off Thursday, and then I got to work Friday and Saturday, and I signed up for Friday and Saturday, but that's okay. Because Petty Patty, she doesn't work. She works Monday, which I'm off Sunday, and then I'm off Tuesday and Wednesday, which I'm so happy I don't have to see her. Anyway, don't let somebody rain on your parade, yeah. Anyway, you guys, we're going to get off of here. I didn't want to come on here and spend a lot of time, but we got to get things together. We already know the outcome of how we're going to put the money out there. So I hope I think the same people going to win all the money, and everybody going to be like, Freddie won all the money. Freddie won all the money. So anyway, you guys, our hour is up. I just wanted to tell you guys, I wanted you guys to know I haven't forgot you guys. There is some things that has been dwelling on this side of the atmosphere that I have put some time into. And but other than that, life is good. I'm blessed. You guys are blessed. And even if you don't think you're blessed, you are blessed. You better start counting your blessings, because sometimes when you don't count your blessings, you don't say, thank God he woke me up today. Thank God I got a sound mind. Thank God my kids are healthy. Thank God my husband's okay. Thank God the dog, still barking and the dog is good. Thank God I got a roof over my head. The car's running right. Thank God the electricity is on. So many things to be thankful for, that if you sit there and dwell on something that's so small, it seems like you're putting your energy toward Yeah. Not everything is gonna work out the way you want it to. It's just not. But most of the things that's working for you on an automatic, the sun came up, you got another chance to get your life right. You got another chance to see your grandchild. You got another chance. You got more time to make it right. That person that I'm gonna tell you guys a little something real quick. I was going to this church, and it was a new church. I hadn't been there long, but they invited me to go to the Bible studies. It was on Wednesday, so I was like, okay. So I was going to the Bible studies, and I would listen to them, and I like Bible study. So when they invited me, I was like, yeah, I'll come, and I started coming or going. Anyway, there was this guy that was in Bible study, and he was saying he could never forgive his sister. He could never forgive her. I guess the mom had died. And I don't know if she took everything out the house, or she sold the house, or she just cremated the mom and that's what they didn't want, or she took this I don't know. I don't know what she did that was just so horrible. It had to do with money and material things, whatever. That's all I can remember. It had to do with materialistic type of altercation. Like, that's why they were in this altercation. But he was in Bible study, and he said, we were talking about forgiveness, and he said he will never forgive his sister. And I thought, my God, like, what is so horrible that you would never forgive your sister? Like, I can understand if someone say, you slept with my brother or something, or my child, or you killed my child. I can understand the anger, on something of that nature. But anything else, like, my brothers has done things that is unbearable. I forgive it all. I've had friends that has said they would be friends to the end and then walked away. And you know what? Very forgiving. That don't mean we're going to be friends again. That don't mean we're going to chop it up. That told me that when you tell me, no matter what I say, you think the way you think, that tells me that's what you think. And I don't want someone, especially if I'm telling you the truth, don't think that I'm a liar. That hurts. Now, that don't mean I hate you. I just don't want to be friends no more because, first of all, I'm not a liar. And I'm not going to let you, no matter what I say, you don't have to think of me at all. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't think that of you. If you told me, oh, I didn't do that on purpose, I would believe you didn't do it on purpose if you're my friend. If you say to me, you did something to offend me, and I said, well, why you didn't tell me this or such? And you say, I was scared or I was embarrassed. Okay. I understand. I'm not the one to sit there and say, no, you did it on purpose. You know what I'm saying? Because we're friends. And I know that sometimes we get in a little sticky situation or whatever. You said something and you didn't mean what you said like that. I understand. I forgive you, And, so I forgive everybody. I forgive everybody. People that has done me wrong, I forgive them. That don't mean I'm gonna be in their face, calling them up, kicking it, or whatever. Some people take it the wrong way because they say, well, I be calling you SP. Well, the other phone, I don't even charge it up. Matter of fact, I looked at it the other day. I got ready to charge it up because I needed to call. I was going to call Freddie, and then I got distracted. So I was going to charge up the phone, and then I got distracted. But, I need to turn that phone in and get another phone. It's old, and it only stayed charged for so long. But people take it the wrong way and say, yeah, you just don't want to talk to me no more. No, it's not that. You're right, Zena. You have to forgive to be able to be forgiven by God. And the forgiving part, I'm going to tell you this. If you guys don't know this, that when you forgive somebody, it's not for that person that you're forgiving. I know, like say for instance, let me give you an example. Don't take it the wrong way. Just say for instance, I'm mad at Freddie. But I don't know what she could have done. She could have called me a name, but she didn't mean to call me a name. She just said, with your selfish self. She said, your selfish self. And I'd be like, selfish? Girl, you just hurt my feelings or whatever. She's like, I didn't mean it like that. But my feelings are hurt. Okay? And then I forgive her. Now, I'm giving you this example for a reason because it's very easy to articulate that when I said the forgiving is not for Freddie, the forgiving is for you. So when I tell her or allow her the forgiving in my heart, is because, first of all, when you run around with unforgiveness in your heart, who does it hurt? Freddie could be out shopping, going to the movies, cooking up some meals. She cooking some turkey and she just going on with her life. And I'm sitting over there mad. I know Papa done brought you in. Oh, Lord. Yeah. He said, yeah, Papa's here. Yeah, you gonna let me know, Diesel. So anyway, when you walk around with unforgiveness in your heart, who does it hurt? You're the one sitting there mad. You're the one sitting there with all this anger in your heart. You go into the store and you still thinking about what Freddie said or did or done or didn't do or whatever. You sitting there mad. Just like I said pity patty. What is that what we call it? Pity patty? Or petty patty. She probably having a horrible day right now because she's sitting there mad at me for and it's weird. Trust me, I know this is probably what's really happening today. She's at work. Petty Patty's at work. And everybody's getting a business. And look, I done came home, slept all day. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at nobody. I'm not even mad at her. Petty Patty, exactly. Now, she's having a horrible day. I trust and believe when we come back on here Friday, I'm going to tell you, when I go to work and get a report from her, she going to be like, her face is going to be all turned up. She going to be pouncing around, hitting that pavement all hard and everything. She's ready to clock out. She's ready to go home. Nothing went well with her. She made her day horrible. She made it horrible. Instead of saying, oh, okay, well, I'll get her done. Instead of just saying, I'll get her done, when the computers come up, I'll get her done. She'd rather throw a tantrum because she wanted it done. She wanted me to do it. She didn't want to hear nothing. And it's all my fault. Ain't nothing all my fault. No, it's not my fault. You know why? First of all, it wasn't given to me. She gave it to me, but like I said, she never did say, oh, these orders need to be done. She just said, oh, these orders came in. Okay, well, shoot, they came in. They came in on your shift. You should do them. No ifs, ands, or buts. Why leaving them for me? You know? Because here's the thing. Was there a catastrophe that you couldn't do them? What happened on your shift that you couldn't put them in? You know what? It's like this. Oh, I'll just leave them for her. Anyway, nevertheless, things happen. So, when you don't have forgiveness in your heart, you're the one that's holding all that anger and vengeance and malice and hateful. It's a spirit that you said, I want to be mad. I want to be right. I want to be mad. It didn't go the way I wanted to go, and I'm mad at her. Well, now you're not moving in the divine purpose because you're sitting there mad. You're wasting your time. Your precious time that God has give you, you're wasting it. You're wasting it. I see people come and I see them go. And they start crying when family members die. You know how many people in this world that don't even get a chance to live? You know, they want to get certain things done. You're wasting your time. You could have called that loved one and said, I love you. I'll see you Christmas. Instead of you sitting there pouting like you're running something. You're running yourself to the grave quickly because you're mad. Mad, anger, being frustrated. It's like a cancer, you guys. It's nothing good about it. Your blood pressure goes up. You might have a heart attack. You start making bad decisions, You be around people that ain't did nothing to you and you got to deal with them and you got all this anger and hate in your heart and then you making a bad day for them. It's crazy. Exactly, Freddie. You're not supposed to let the sun go down on your anger. The Lord didn't say you couldn't be angry. Some things just ain't going to work the way you want it to work. But you got to pick your battles, Not just because things didn't go the way you wanted them to go. We talk about life experiences and how to handle things. And we go out into this world and we be around family members, whether we're at work or we're at home. We don't need to be showing that type of characteristic. No matter what nobody else do. You can say they do it. Yeah. And you know what? You don't know if they're going to heaven or hell. You don't know. They don't know. A good thing you don't know. Because if you knew, you would probably change your position. But even since we don't know, why don't we take the high road And one thing that we used to practice when we were younger, you guys know, we would always say, what would Jesus do? What would Jesus do? Jesus wouldn't be sitting there being mad too. He would go ahead and be like, okay, well, save it for me. I'll do it when I come in. No problem. Okay, I'll get it done right now. Whatever. You know, wouldn't be sitting there being mad, making everybody else. I'm telling y'all, if I could go live when I'm at work and y'all see this woman's wrath, she is going to be, and the good Lord tells you, you do not want to be in the room with a mad woman. Good thing about me, yes, I got to go to work. But once, she give me report, guess what? I don't stand around the nurse desk waiting for her to hear whatever else. I'll come in, report. She give me report. Guess what? Once she give me report and them keys, and I'm only going to stand there for so long. She can da. I shut it out because there's nothing she can tell me other than somebody fell or somebody's on a medication new. Other than that, I don't need to know about who ate what and who had a BM. I can care less who had a BM and who didn't. I can care less. I really can. Like what went on. Like it's a gossip fest. They sometimes make, instead of a nurse report, a gossip report. Some things I need to know, but 90% of what she say to me, I really don't need to know. Let's count. You leave. Goodbye. I grab my papers and I go down the hall. She could be still in the building. I'll be way down the hall because I can care less. And that's what I do. I get away from them. As the minute I hit the door, my whole agenda will be get the report, get the keys, and get away. Now, I'm going to say this and then I'm going to get off of here. Because, see, some of you guys are like, yeah, you guys know I'm not going to argue. Because arguing doesn't do anything, It causes people to be argumentative. That's all arguing can do, is cause people to be argumentative. They're going to defend of how they're acting, what they expect, and like they're over you. So why argue? Because you're not. There's no need for me to be in an argument with this woman. So I'm not. People look stupid when they want to argue. They argue for what? No, exactly, Zena. Y'all know all the scriptures. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. Exactly. I didn't come to work to chitter chatter. I get in and get out. I go down that hall. By the time I get done, she be going out the door. I'm halfway done with my work for the night. That's how she'll be wanting to leave, but whatever. She'll get them 2 orders done tonight. How about that? Maybe she won't leave them for me no more. I can only think of positive. Because one thing I have learned, when you open up the door for people and then they do something once, they feel like they can do it all the time. Maybe she'll know not to leave them for me no more. All right. Anyway, you guys, I will see you guys Friday. I will let you guys know how it turned out, how of a wrath she had, and what went on. It's easy. It's easy. Let's see if I can go to work in peace and have peace at work. We don't know. But what we will do is look for we need another maybe I'll look tonight when I'm not so busy. Because I'm not going to be busy tonight. I'm going to get in and I'm going to go through there so fast because I'm tired. And stay to myself and get my job done. Because ain't nobody going to make me leave. I like this job. I like it a lot. I do it with my eyes closed. And it's not hard. It's very easy to do. And I'm not running my body down, you know. It's a lot of hours, but hey, it's okay, you know. Anyway, you guys, I'm going to get off of here and I'll see you guys Friday. Peace.